Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacaster from me, your host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Strike Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 on Engleville. Between the south, we got here 3imWeckla fighting here for the Soviet Union Socialism. The 225th Mechanized Rifle Brigade takes on Burmie here with the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 5th Panzer Division here with mechanized, Blitzkrieg Doctrines, not mechanized, Blitzkrieg with infantry and mine bulletins versus here Guard Motor Shock Rifle and Guard Rifle with double Guard bullets and machine bullets here for 3imWeckla. And he's going for a quadruple engineer build. Good golly, Miss Molly, a quadruple engineer build. Wow, and I thought Fortune was a bit off the rails here. We got a Grenadier MG42 start here though for Burmie, but he's going to be able to seize a lot of territory. I mean, that's what basically a full engineer build means. You seize a lot of territory, you grab a lot. You're going to struggle to actually fight for it, and of course you're going to probably try and rely on maximum things and gadgets to try and cover this up. But still, I mean, if you can execute it well enough, it will work out obviously to at least a degree, but long term it can encounter some issues. Granted, with these kind of builds you just end up going for a lot of flamethrowers as well, and flamethrowers versus the Wehrmacht can be surprisingly effective. We got Burmie down the west side here, MG42 Grenadiers. Note the path he takes there, sort of a bit further, it gives us a bit of a better line of sight here, but also means he can't be easily flanked though. We got the Pioneers sort of covering up there as well. So sort of an interesting path they're taken by Burmie. He's so far they're focusing on the west, which pretty much means it's 3imWeckla can just sort of sweep up the west pretty much in his own. Engineers are being held by the MG42, 1200 rounds when just being delivered against him with viciousness, and there you go, Pioneers cutting down the Engineers. Up close, the Pioneers very much enjoy the advantage. The maximum they're available for 3imWeckla and the 255th Mechanized Rifle Brigade. Got points there being secured, got munitions, got fuel. He's in fact got both munitions points here over Burmie right now, so he's getting 38 versus Burmie's 21. That's a bit of a difference there, bit of a difference. We'll have to see how long that lasts, but there we go, maximum slowing on the way. We got more infantry on the way there for Burmie and the 5th Panzer Division. A lot of barbed wire, in this case wiring off a trough and some bushes. I'm certainly wondering here what 3imWeckla's thinking with that. I think he's just trying to bait as many forces by Burmie into the far corner as then moves engineers into place elsewhere. I mean, again, he's just seizing a lot of territory. He's also preparing the battlefield ahead of time here. Maximum around there for 3imWeckla. Engineers could secure territory here and there. Engineers being, or at least attempts to press here by the MG42. Maximum sending out. And interesting enough, he's not grabbed the victory point here. I guess he didn't figure it much of a priority. Also, one thing, with all the munitions sort of beginning in the early game, you can actually lay down a bunch of mines fast, so you can go for a very fast flamethrower. And certainly put some pressure on Burmie with that. We got a second maximum away there for 3imWeckla. Struggling a bit here with the Pioneers, the MG42s, maximum ahead here. Bit risky sending in his own, particularly notice the MG42's about here. I mean, that's just going to pretty much handle the engagement possibilities of the MG42 depending on the situation. We've got more barbed wire. He's laying down a lot of barbed wire here. He's basically taking right all the pressure here to just keep Burmie fixed on the west here, as it then makes into this very sort of unpleasant battlefield for Burmie to push through, because there's going to be a lot of obstacles and there's going to be a lot of cover that's denied. So, I mean, that's definitely pretty rare to see, but also pretty interesting to see here. And so far, to an extent, it's slightly working again. Either this is where you need the flamethrowers or mines. So far, I've got flamethrower up here, but he's getting his tank into where he knows it's an MG42. So that obviously did not work out well. He also just lost his engineers up here, cut to ribbons by the Grenadiers. But again, interesting opening here by 3imWeckla. Interesting opening. Now we got the big push to the cuff point here. Again, no maxims, nothing to meet support, no mines either. Lots of wire there. Interesting enough, he wired off this part and not this entrance, which makes it easier for his opponent to get into the house, but not himself. I wonder what 3imWeckla had in mind with that one, if there was just some kind of mistake he made there. It's a bit hard to say what exactly 3imWeckla was thinking with that one. He needs collecting wired out here. Pushing on against Grenadiers, maximum joining in, troops being slow suppressed, burned and shot at. Grenadiers being suppressed as well. Mortar on the way there for 3imWeckla and the 255th Mechanized Rifle Brigade. Grenadiers are slowly being murdered out here. Actually motorized, I think. I don't think they operated with mechanized units, considering how they used half-tracks, so motorized. Engineers here need to retreat. And almost got the Grenadiers still wiped. Pretty close here, but Burmie in this case gets lucky. The Grenadier squad here might enter some issues. Also close to a wipe here. Very close, in fact. Incredibly close, but once more, a bit of luck there for Burmie. And the 5th Panzer Division. But there you go. Hits the cuff one again using the Engineer squad. Here we got Pioneers following up the eastern side. Need to be careful of the Engineers to retreat them. Still, he's definitely trying to cut off Burmie from resources as well. Though he himself did get cut off here. Maximum engaged for double max. Oh, MD-42 being engaged for double maxims. Oh, well, and forced retreat. And there goes soon as can calling the guardsman. 3imWeckla calls them in. Though he's a bit short on munitions there for the DP light machine gun. Engineers here trying to contest, but they have to retreat. They're too poor condition there as the Grenadiers. And there you go. Petrov leaves his garments, dying in the dirt. Back here we got medics on the way there for Burmie. He's reinforcing. You got no medics here for 3imWeckla as of yet. Pushing aggressively for the Cough Point against Burmie. Sweeping westwards. There is of course the fact that nothing's happening in the east, so Burmie can pretty much seize that uncontested. Troops here reinforcing healing, Grenadiers moving down here. No light machine guns for Burmese Grenadiers, which could also increase their firepower a bit here versus 3imWeckla. And again, all the maxims and whatnot might make him less immediately keen on that, as you know, he needs to be able to keep firing on the move. And he'd probably prefer G43s for that, or some Panzer Grenadiers rather than going for light machine guns. Modified though, I'm seeing up the Grenadiers. Cuff one hit again. Rifle grenade goes off. Very nice rifle grenade here. In fact, massive impact on the guardsman. That was a very good rifle grenade there. So, in fact, he got, I think, 4 to 5 guardsmen with that one, which is pretty good. That is very much value for money. Pioneers to wipe here with the double flames again. We can sort of see doubling Engineers of flame for Zach. A surprisingly powerful combo, which, if underestimated by a Valorant player, can actually hurt them quite a bit. Guns being murdered here. In fact, we can see Burmie certainly striking here, as we certainly see the strength of all of the Maxims, Engineers, and Guards that are playing together. Again, the great about maneuvering ability here from all the Engineers, but also just double flamethrowers. Really underestimated, by, I think, by a bunch of players. Though I have seen others in the past do it before. Price and I think Barton were some of the first to really pioneer, if you will, into just going for a lot of flamethrower Engineers, at least in sort of my memory. So I think you see 3imWeckla now going this path here, but again, he's certainly putting it to good use. That is not without its costs, but being able to put some serious pressure there on Burmie with this, simply because he's got more elements on the field in a sense. But not by a lot, actually. We got a mortar here for Burmie to counter the enemies. He's got tech, but nothing happening with it yet. Fuel points there both now Wecklas he can try and take up. He maybe pulls for a faster T70. Needs to get the maximum out of there though. We'll have to see if he gets another flamethrower on the remaining Engineer squad. If he's going to consider maybe some minesweepers at least for that unit. DP light machine gun not upgraded yet on the Guardsman. I think that should actually be a priority. Probably we're going for a flamethrower more, because the DP light machine on the Guardsman is very solid. Just really can tear through infantry. Plus, of course, he can button with it. So, I mean, he definitely should be prioritizing that one now, the flamethrower. And there you go. He probably is going. No, he went for something. I think it's mines. Mines are good, but right now I definitely think 3imWeckla should be continuing DP light machine guns. As with Burmie, light machine guns might increasingly become necessary here, or just something else. Companies are finding out as the Guardsman. Really probably wishing in this stage that the DP light machine guns. Where are the light machine guns? They got lost in the mail. The mail? Yes, the logistics having some trouble. Heading the victory point here. And in fact, Third Logistics tends to actually, in many cases, struggle to keep up with Third advances. That was a particular big issue in the earlier to mid-war period. There were really big issues with just maintaining logistics to an advance. Which saw a lot of operations actually undone. Oh dear, you see a bunched up rifle grenade off. Oh, he does dodge it here, but that would have been really nice if he hadn't. Still double flame for just cleansing the germs of the fascism and their flesh. Mortify landing all the place maximum moving about here. Guardsmen getting reinforced. Medics also up there, but still no DP light machine guns, no additional Guardsmen, no take up either. I mean, 3imWeckla is definitely not positioned to go for the T70. We've got the light mechanized company up here for Burmie and Deutschland. Got the grenade method opening up and Maxim. The Maxim being hit, so mortar about to counter back. I think at the German mortar in the fighting use was grenadiers. Units then I think too weak a condition to continue firing the grenadiers, even the flamethrower and the veterancy. And there you go. I believe 3imWeckla there makes the obviously very correct call. Mortar being pushed back, Maxim covering fire. No incendiary armor piercing right with large help, and there go grenadiers flanking the Maxim here. A lot of infantry action up both here. Both players are so far displaying, I think, some good flexibility with infantry and the units. Neither players just relying on head-on assaults, at least not too much. They're also maneuvering, up and flanking, and just harassment. So, I mean, they feel sort of reasonably active here. We got some mines there. Good work by 3imWeckla catching up Burmese grenadiers. Almost got on the Maxim. That's going to be quite painful. It's going to be punished for just pushing up with the Maxim there. Sounds like some more mines went off. Can't quite determine where. Might have been a mortar round instead. They can at times, at least to me, sound a bit similar. So we'll have to see here what Burmie does next. He could go for some Panzer grenadiers, half tracks, 2-2s. If we got take up here though for 3imWeckla, could push out T70. Theoretically go for half track stuff, double flamethrower engineers in it. Or you could go for the F-6. He's really worried about Burmie putting tanks on him. And then we actually got hit the dirt. It's actually a really sort of rarely utilised ability on the Guardsman, as even though I think the Guards are pretty good with it, it would still benefit from timing it with DP light machine guns as well. Ooh, Maxim got wiped and destroyed here. Fortunate for 3imWeckla. But there you go, hitting the cuff point here. Gonna need to counterattack with captured. Right here though, there's a small opportunity for Burmie. Well, he doesn't have the mission, I would say lay down some S-mines. That really punished him. Particularly since 3imWeckla right now has pretty much gone all flamethrowers. This means right now, if Burmie begins laying down S-mines, 3imWeckla is going to have to go for another engineer squad to get minesweepers for that one, which is going to be decreasing everything, you know, from, for example, you know, another guard squad, like tanks, or even just DP light machine guns on the Guardsmen. All of these things are, I think, quite beneficial there for Burmie to achieve. So I definitely think he should consider laying down some S-mines. That would, I think, be some really good investments for the German army in this sector here. The 5th Panzer Division, that's the 255th Motorised Rifle Brigade, keeps pressing onwards. He could go for the T7 light tank. He could also go for the M6. There's also the theoretical option. You can push ahead for the Mechanized Armor Company and try to rush out a T-34 from the 6. That could be quite unpleasant there for Burmie. He does have the Panzer up Economic 40, just around near the primary anti-tank gun for the sort of mid to late stage of the war. Before that was the PaK-38. There was also a PaK-41 actually, just briefly, which fired some very impressive tungsten rounds. The problem was they needed tungsten for a lot of other things, and so that was quickly put on hold, and the PaK-41 was pretty much just sort of scrapped. But it was apparently a really powerful anti-tank gun. Fun note there. T7 on the way there for 3imWeckla though. Got minesweepers up here though for Burmie. He's taking no chances with 3imWeckla's mines here. Compared to the seemingly not so keen on mining here against 3imWeckla, which I feel is a bit of a shame. But there you go, T7 light tank out here for 3imWeckla. Maxim pulling ahead here, no replacement Maxim or just additional troops. That does mean now Burmie actually has more moving elements on the battlefield. The T7 should help counter this a bit if he can sort of wipe some units with it. He might just get an opportunity as Burmie pushes for the cuff point again. In fact, if we just sweep up out here, get behind the pioneers on the retreat path, and that way you have a good chance of wiping them, or at least forcing retreat. There we go. Burmie just immediately hits retreat. He doesn't risk it. Grenadiers also retreating as well, having learned not to take the T7 light tank lightly. Ha ha ha. Guardsmen then rushing the mortar. Got a quick grenade off there, and close there. DP light machine guns still would have helped. And I'm a bit surprised with this fight with all the Guardsmen here, and he still hasn't upgraded them. Like, the DP light machine gun is an amazing upgrade for the Guardsmen. Amazing. So 3imWeckla still not going for it. Does, you know, feel a bit weird. 3imWeckla theoretically here, but I could push for double. T7 is trying to overwhelm Burmie with it. A bit risky, a bit aggressive, even reckless, but could prove to be quite powerful. That might also just be the F-6. He's planning on fast take-up from this point on. Nice flexible machine gun usage there by Burmie, trying to catch up with the rations. Mines being laid down there. T-70 with 0 kills, a bit of damage. And for Burmie, we don't have any tech up. I mean, because they're eventually going to push for tier 3 now. even if he wants to go for tier 4, he should be doing it faster. We'll see. There we go. We got the check-up finally going on there for Burmie and the 5th Panzer to be shown. The South, we got the maximum mortar support pushing up against Burmese forces here, and it's got 2 grenadiers called tech to upgrade with the LMD-42. Very good. And Burmie, 3imWeckla called in the 2nd Guard Squad. At the same time, we got the command tank, the Fields Panzer Wagenart here for Burmie, with its low velocity 75mm cannon, which really wouldn't have been mounted on a tank by 1944-45, though it did use it on a lot of lighter vehicles, half tanks, even armoured cars were equipped with that same cannon, and usually used as well as a sort of self-propelled cannon, so equipped to support infantry during attacks. That's a fun note there. See some of the 2 slow-mos getting taken out here by the command tank. Hits a mine though. Damage saying that's going to slow down Burmie's command tank for a while there, but it's not going to stop it forever. We'll have to see what 3imWeckla responds with field gun, FM6, or possibly trying to push out T-34 here. We shall see. A bit weird timing though to take up and then go for the command tank. Might be planning a tier 4 move here. That would be highly risky there by Burmie. I mean, particularly if 3imWeckla push out medium tanks fast, the command tank might find itself a bit short. They also did use the same gun there on the latest last model of the Panzer III, the Panzer III Model M, oh actually N, which was basically designed to support the Tiger tanks, actually providing anti-infantry support for the Tiger tanks, for the early battalions. Fun note there. But that was ultimately sort of just discontinued, and ultimately all Panzer IIIs were pretty much converted to Stugs. Fun fact. Hitting the pointy with the grenadiers, barely wadding a mine there. 3imWeckla seems a bit unsure what he wants to do next. But he's finally upgrading his guardsmen there with the DP light machine guns. As for Burmie, he is aiming for tier 4 here. Bold and quite brazen here. We shall see if it works out though. I mean, 3imWeckla could really punish this if you push out T-34 from 6 or 2 fast enough to release just overrun Burmie. There we go. Double flamethrowers, wiping their Pack 40 in a matter of moments. Again, do not underestimate a Russian player getting out a bunch of engineers and creating them with flamethrowers. Though again, I mean, a bunch of pioneers with flamethrowers can be quite effective. But there you go, guards are flanking up. You can sort of get up decently enough. You could pop a grenade in the machine gun, wipe it out, or at least just force it to retreat. Command tank supporting infantry moving up the eastern side. And there you go, grenade on the MD-42, and we got a wipe there. Destroying Burmese MD-42 crew. Grenadiers being suppressed, pinned down. He's going to steal the MD-42. He can even steal the Pack 40. This would constitute a pretty big loss for Burmie, actually, handing over not just an MD-42 but a Pack 40. In particular, he's planning to brush for tier 4. These are heavy material losses, and of course, heavy material gains from 3imWeckla. He's going for the H-6M though. I mean, he doesn't probably know that Burmie's playing for tier 4. I mean, it's really not the usual play for the Wehrmacht, so obviously the H-6 makes a lot more sense here. Again, you should have seen the command tank possibly figured out. At least he's not going to have to worry about anything else fast enough. Interesting enough, he's not rushing to secure the Pack 40 in the MD-42 against Burmie. Particularly as the Pack 40 would allow him, I think, reasonably safely just push for the Mechanized Armor Company and begin pushing for meat command of his own. Guardsmen again blasted with a command tank, 75mm shells just turning into them. Shoot, Ludwig, shoot! Takes him out! We need all of the Russians dead, as the Führer will be most displeased. Isn't he always displeased? That's another matter. He's pushing up the east, fetching 11 kills. Yeah, definitely a mistake here not trying to grab the MD-42, even the Pack 40 here. I mean, this is just... oh, not good for 3imWeckla. That's definitely a missed opportunity to think here versus Burmie. And he even steals the Pack 40 back. He might be able to wipe it, but he doesn't even... 3imWeckla. He might get it here, could just supposed to destroy it, but still, not securing these 2 weapons, I still feel is a bit of a mistake there. Personally, anyways. And they got 10 of mines down. I mean, that's also a good move there by Burmie. I mean, no matter what, though, 3imWeckla does not have minesweepers, and so laying down mines is just really powerful. There you go, Pack 40 wiped again. Burmie losing a lot of infantry, trying to recruit, might lose the Grenadiers, trying to rush the T-70. Looks like a man went off fire. That was some barrels contained something they shouldn't. There we go, Grenadiers wiped by the T-7 light tank. A bit of a loss there for Burmie and the 5th Panzer Division. Command tank there being repaired, 9 kills. Magnum setting up. F-6 moving up. Guardsmen advancing. Finally, both squads will have DP light machine guns. But they're going to be fortunate sitting back in action, and again, would have been great if 3imWeckla, at least for him, had secured it. Of course, with Burmie, this is amazing. It just 3imWeckla failed to do anything about it. Of course, less amazing, he's right now getting absolutely blasted because he's now got no real counter to the T-70 at the moment. And it's been getting created. There we got both guys while using Hit the Dirt. Very good, very potent ability. Increases basically, I think, slightly the range. You can also fire at the same target, but just makes all the weapons fire a lot more accurately. Meaning the DP light machines, for example, become really nasty. Still, no take off 3imWeckla. I mean, he really is, I think there's an opportunity to just push for T-35 as fast as possible. As for Burmie, I mean, his plan for Tier 4 A requires to get to the Panzer Corps soon enough, but also he can just maintain fuel for long enough to get it out, because right now you're risking just being outnumbered by enemy tanks, and the Panther really struggles with that. But he is fortunate that 3imWeckla is seemingly not quite considering that. We shall see what ends up with that. Going the fuel, command tank rolling about, 11 kills, half 8 of it, 22. You secure the Pack 40 here, the Panzer up, they can only 40. Big push here. Might plan, I suppose, a sort of flank here going through here and then sort of sneak up. They can even take deeper further in and sort of try to strike south, getting behind 3imWeckla sort of gun line, which is pretty much sort of situated around here. But again, if it sort of hits up for you, it could do a lot of damage because it's going to have to turn. They could just then strike with a second hit there, but oh well. Burmie's still not burning that heavy Panzer Corps. It's almost got the fuel point here. They seem to move on a bit too fast. As for 3imWeckla, there we go. Finally got the tech happening. I do feel that could happen a bit faster. Finding here slowing down for a bit between the two combatants. Cutting the wire. But there you go, fuel is secured. Burmie is very much now in control of roughly only a quarter of the map here compared to 3imWeckla's got, well, roughly 3/4. Meaning he's actually got a resource advantage here over Burmie. Got the F-6 they're bombarding. Nice hit, they dropped the PTRS 41. And there you go, Mechanized Armor Company. We can soon begin pushing for T-35s. Burmie still not getting that heavy Panzer Corps up. Can just spot it on the open here with the T-7 light tank. There you go, command tank going up here to try and cover them. With its 75mm low velocity gun. And there you go, Pioneers Engineers. Burning away. Burn the fascists! Burn them all like we burned those villages back 20 years ago. What? We did that? Yes, but that was my mother. Shut up. You had nothing. So he's close to the T-35. Burmie is finally building the heavy Panzer Corps. If he can maintain this situation for about roughly a minute and a few seconds, he can begin pushing out with the Panther. Again, he's being aided a bit by Burmie or 3imWeckla being too slow to take up and begin pushing out more armor here. But there you go, T-35 on the way. Though, of course, the F-6, Pack 40 and the T-35 will still present, I think, quite a big threat here to the Panther. So, I mean, it's all to come down to Burmie using the tank effectively, but he could have much worse odds with the Panther, much worse odds. Though it's still not going to be amazing. Trying to cross the street here, taking heavy fire from the command tank on this position in a nearby house. Light machine gun being blasted out the windows. Got to push up from the south, maybe. He could, but I'll try and take up the flamethrower and use attack ground on the house there. Close here to the Panther. Not far off, not far off. T-35 though. about to hit the field, and there we go. 255th Motorised Rifle Brigade receives armoured reinforcements. So where's the party? The Communist Party. You're an idiot, Pushkin. Got the commander in there firing right close to it. Two guardsmen charging forward with engineer support. Mortar got wiped. Oh dear. Looks like a nice flank here with some engineers taking out the mortar. Couldn't quite secure it. Commander in there playing carrying fight. T-55 can push for the command tank. And there you go, moves through the rubble, shoots, misses. We got a Pack 40 nearby the command tank which counterpart carrying fire. Pack 40 not keeping up pace. 76 neither. Infantry is also lacking. There we go, guys. Port combat Burmie. We got two Stukas. They've of course been calling the Stuka close air support. Shoots, penetrates. 76 moving in as well. Several hits on the T-55, but not enough. Command tank getting back to 2. 76 bombards. More shots there. T-55 takes some nasty hits. Need to pull back. Need to pull back. Pack 40 lands a hit. Oh dear. But he can sort of reasonably safely travel through the road here as long as he doesn't get spotted. If he does, of course, he might lose the command tank into the Stukas. There we go. Aircraft inbound. At least something got spotted. Need to keep moving. Need to keep moving. Oh, yeah. See couple out. Oof. That was actually really close there. But he's managed to save the T-55 there from an ignoble doom or as a burning scrap heap. Guardsmen being pushed out into the open by the Grenadiers. T-75 carrying fire. Pack 4 Panther on the way there for Burmie. Bit delayed there. Grenadiers taking heavy casualties out on the Guardsmen. T-75 moving with the Guardsmen. Oh god, what? They just gained virtually free. Nasty loss there for 3imWeckla. Going for a half-take now. Interesting decision here. Not necessarily a bad one. I think we should push more infantry and push more tanks. The half-take though is helpful, but he's down to just essentially one infantry squad. That's not going to be enough here, I think, to carry 3imWeckla force versus Burmie. We've still got 3 Grenadier squads with light machine guns. T-7 rolling through here, 13 kills. Pack 40 being engaged, 76. And gets over decent. T-7 getting Panzer fasted. Command tank continues to pursue here. Pack 40 grenades going off. Half-tech running here for 3imWeckla. M5 half-tech F6 getting shot at. Pack 40 wiped. Ooh, this is getting quite intense. Mark vehicle off here from 3imWeckla. Panther arriving here for Burmie and the 5th Panzer Division. Mobilized for the fatherland. Back here, T-7 needing repairs. Engineers are getting first one nation to 6. No pin machine in there for Burmese Panther. And there you go, Guardsman needs press here with the MD42. Mortar Vitsincy 2. Oh, direct hit on the pioneers, wiping the entire lot. Quite unpleasant there for Burmie. I don't think he's actually aware there's a Panther out in the field at the moment, though he might begin anticipating something like that. Or at least learn of it soon. We got the pin machine there, only ready for the Panther. There, go engaging with the Guardsmen. Shots fired. Grenadiers moving to support. We got the command tank as well here. Overwhelming the Guardsmen with superior Teutonic firepower. Command tank bouncing off this T-7's arm. The Panther on the hand does a much better job there. 6 line carrying fire. T-55 trying to flank behind them. Of course, there's the threat of Pack 40s. Shots bouncing off the Panther's frontal armor. T-7 actually gets a shot through there. That's kind of impressive, I suppose. No additional armor, no tank destroyers, no T-55. So it does have the resources for it. They should also consider more infantry soon. But so far, nothing happening there. And he's going here for the anti-aircraft package. The quad 50 cals there, only half-tack to counter Burmese, or at least prepare here for Burmese Stuka close air support. He obviously does not want that to happen again. And so commits to anti-aircraft fire. Fun fact, they actually had a version that was more similar, using their own weapon mounted on a track. That was actually a series of 4 Maxims set up in an almost similar mount there to fire to aircraft. Fun fact. Here's the 6 shooting up. We got another T-55 here for the 3imWeckla and the 255th Motorised Rifle Brigade. You got the T-55 falling back in the face of the Panther. Burmie is slowly approaching what could potentially be another Panther or a Storm Panther here versus 3imWeckla. More firing down the Grenadiers. Half-track hanging back so far and got not much to deal with. Too far there, shattering the walls, at least attempting to. T-55 almost done there for 3imWeckla, and there we go. Really, they should be getting more infantry. Burmie's going to lead Sweet West, going to hit the fuel point there. So the Panther was up supporting a Pack 40. Mine hit. Certainly a lot of thorough mining there from 3imWeckla. But he's only managed to put together a sort of reasonable force of tanks, light vehicles, assault guns, and half-tracks. Pack 40 under fire. We got the F-62 sending up the eastern side, right into the waiting Pack 40. We captured from the Russians. Quickly forcing a retreat there. Almost lost the T-70 tanks. On the other hand, the medium ones are remaining a bit, shall we say, static, to put it mildly. Direct hit on the MD-42-ish, or direct hit-ish. Very quiet here. Victory points wise as a lead for Burmie, though. At least a sizable one too. Commanding with the F-6M misses. Looks like 3imWeckla's planning maybe to try and flank Burmie here. Could even considering to be attacking the base. Certainly something's going on there for 3imWeckla, but the question is, can he pull it off again? The lack of infantry does make it hard to achieve some objectives there doing such a push. Looks like he's planning a base raid here. Hello. So there's a Pack 40 in this case ready to disrupt this. In this case, looks like Burmie sort of had it figured out there was such a possibility. They do still rarely happen. I mean, it's still not very common to see a player actually trying to attack the base, which is still thinking that's unfortunate. It's definitely a viable option. It seems like here Burmie on this is one that actually keeps such possibilities in mind and prepares for it. There's also been a lot of munitions caches, probably to try and help, even out the odds in terms of numbers, supporting his Panthers, using the Stuart close air support. We got a heavy mortar out now for 3imWeckla. Not more infantry, but a heavy mortar. I'm not entirely sure if I'm a big fan of that one. Personally. Max and then push back, got the regular mortar firing where they're gaining victory 3. In fact, heavy mortar moving up, got the half-track still standing about, and we got the T-70 sweeping up. So, certainly a bit of a standoff situation at the moment. Bit unclear to say what's going to happen next. Both players, I think I'm waiting for the other player to make the big move and then sort of trying to counter and then sort of push through here. Both players probably having the feeling that if they make a mistake here, they're going to lose the game. So neither player I think is right now really eager to commit, though Burmie might try and push once he's got 2 Panthers out alongside the command tank. Though he might still not. 3imWeckla forgot the Pack 40 there. The half-track forgot the or paid the price of that one. A direct hit through the engine block, but the tank, the half-track is operable. That was a close one. Yes, good thing the engine is made out of lawnmower engines. Yes. What? Yes, lawnmower engines. Ow! Well, the party stole the actual engine and used it for their own cars. It's not American made. Oh. T-55 moving in, got a second Pack 40 almost done. You could actually just smoke the area here with using either a mortar. In that regard, 3imWeckla is only not making, I think, the full use of his abilities here. I mean, smoke screen here would just allow him to push through. I mean, he can of course just bombard, but that gives his opponent more time to, reposition and all that. Bombarding here. Panther at the ready. Second Panther arriving here for Burmie, and the 5th Panzer to be shown. The storm is soon to be unleashed. Again, there's a build up here. There we go. Panther rushes straight at the F-6 here, catching 3imWeckla off guard here before quickly pulling back the Panther here, having stirred up the Hornet's nest. Trying to push up here again, not a lot of support there. We got Mark vehicle off, and the Panther T-55 going after shots, bouncing. Second Panther moving there, go both Panthers opening up the T-55s. Not much only got the T swimming up. That's going to take out. Here we go. By Pack 45 again. Failed to smoke. Failed to sort of properly hit. Pack though gets wiped there. T-55 falling back. H-16 behind counting fight. They're heavily damaged. Panther takes a hit from the H-16M. Still no H-5 here though from 3imWeckla. Command tank behind counting fire here in the wake of the Pack's decrewment. What will happen next? Maximum getting bombarded, more explosions going off, Panthers advancing here, rolling through. 3imWeckla's lines got the half to go up. That's obviously not going to have any impact on the Panther. There you go, Panthers immediately take out the anti-aircraft half. Of course, also coming up here for their support to fly freely above the skies. Maximum now wiped out with the Panther command tank combo. H-5 final with for 3imWeckla, a bit late here, bit late. Sadly, not more infantry though. Trying to, I think, harass it with artillery. Just some spoil things for Burmie, meaning he can't relax here too much. A lot of artillery fire. Might also be home to catch some pioneers repairing or something like that. There's also a possibility here. And there you go. Got the H-5 tank shot here for 3imWeckla. Logs for the 2 H-5s and 6. He might just have a chance versus Burmie if he attacks correctly. The question is, does he attack correctly here versus Burmie, or did he just sort of launch himself out? And there you go, roughing it off against the heavy mortar. Has absolutely no impact on 3imWeckla's heavy mortar crew. H-5 26 moving in there. Command tank taking hits here. Down to roughly half health. Buildings being repulsed with the T-55 supported by the engineers. Panthers are reading repair. Actually, they're both repaired now. The meanwhile, Burmie's just keeping 3imWeckla at bay, and he's wiped out the mortar using the Grenadier squad here. There's, I think, too much going on here for 3imWeckla at the moment to manage. Engineers taking here through the west side. T-55's not supporting. No support from here either. Got the Pack 40 crew preventing any immediate support from here easily, at least. More bombardments, more death. There you go. Panthers going on the hunt here for the T-55s. If it calls in the artillery or the air support at the correct time, we could probably get a chance of wiping them out. Although, as they're pulling back, it might be too late. Got the at least 116 hits there, but also getting off hits, but about to get taken up with the Pack 40 here. T-55 falling back in the face of the Panthers. 3imWeckla just seems to be wasting himself now against Burmie. There you go, Panthers advancing here, even though one is rather damaged. There's also really close to Veteran too, to be honest. No self-repairs being initiated here by some of 3imWeckla's force. We got more casualties. Finally calling in more infantry. Finally. It's rather late. Command tank very close to Veteran fleet. Gasping as they try to push forwards are getting obliterated. Corpses strewn across the rubble. Not good there for 3imWeckla. And still not a single use of smoke here. Burmie bar is not exactly full pot coat there. 100 out of 100. Command tank very close to your feet. Panther very close to Veteran 2-1. Dartwing hit the Ting 5 from the command tank and the Panther. And there you go, Burmie, as all this is happening, is now unleashing a big push in the west side. They're trying to catch 3imWeckla completely off gut rush for the other victory point here. Going to try and increase pressure, maybe create some mistakes here, which you can then exploit with the Panthers. Nasty, but I think clever move here by Burmie. There you go, T-55's going to try and wrap together Pack 40 covering up. They can also send in the Panther to deal with this. Once it's confirmed where the tanks are. Will he send them in? Will he send them in? We got air support called in. Pack 40 telling about to deal with this. Got the other things moving in. The Panthers command tank so far remaining static. But there you go. Stuga's flying in there. Almost got one of the T-55s. Panthers remain inert. Pack 40 about to get wiped out. Grenadiers and Belts. Probably lost the Grenadier squad here. Tanks still not moving. Guys, opponent down to 72. Possibly missed him 2TR, I think, but Burmie tried to punish 3imWeckla next to destroy most of his armor. Instead, he allows 3imWeckla to retreat his tanks. Not a fan of that one. Actually pushes more up far ahead. That definitely feels like a waste of his Panthers and command tank right there. They're just doing nothing now. They're basically just large ornaments. Very heavy ones too. There we go. Finding some movement here. Both Panthers sending out. Going there for them 6. First shot misses. Second shot penetrates. And there you go. Eventually 2 shots. Another hit to the Panther. The Panzer Counter-attacks. The pushing up against. Oh, the Panthers pushing up against the Guardsmen. Almost hit. Got another hit in Nation 6. Need to fall back. Nation 5 Marine. Guardsmen continue to push forwards here. S-Mart's being laid down finally here by Burmie, though rather late to the party with that one. Command tank finally with the Guardsmen, not quite succeeding. Got 50 points left here for 3imWeckla. West side is home against with theoretically Burmie can try and sneak to the point again. There he goes, sending something down there. He's sending something down here. As the tanks are just basically occupying 3imWeckla's eastern push. 46 points left here. Guardsmen rushing forward. Panther there is super close, fetching 3. Panther engaging the advancing T-45. Guardsmen taking losses, increasing, piling up. There you go, eventually 3 increased rate of fire for the command tank. Panther moving in. Wipe the Guardsmen just before they able to return to the point neutral. And there you go, hits the western victory point again. Good work there by Burmie. Panthers knocking out the T-45 here. 3imWeckla's trying to pull ahead here. He's being bled out on pretty much every of the fronts here. Remaining counter-attack here against the pack forward, which he actually moved too far ahead, but still gets off it. Panther fast off. Gunnery's defending, and Guinea's trying to pull ahead. Problem is the down can down. They've been in a neutral team, and then the victory point bleed here versus Weckla has been increased. The Guardsman squad number 2 is getting annihilated as well here by Burmese forces. The command tank is on fire, and there we go. Asian 6M goes down. It's down to just a D-35 and a T-45, and there you go. He's down to just a T-45 now. Troops are being obliterated. Panther there close to veteran 3, and the other one's actually close to veteran 2. 10 points left, 7 points left. And there you go, GG, game over. 3imWeckla and the 255th Motorised Rifle Brigade was destroyed here in detail by the 5th Panzer Division. In many ways, at times, a close battle, but ultimately 3imWeckla failed, I think, to do anything great with strategy. I think it was too slow in taking out fast and began pushing for his real advantage, but winning, large amounts of medium armor. And he was, I think, also increasingly just occupied attacking Burmie head almost. Burmie just kept himself fluid, attacking here and there. And it was a risky strategy in this case that paid off due to, I think, 3imWeckla's strategic passivity. Had he been more active, I think could have punished Burmie much better, for just trying to play for Panthers. In the end, though, Burmie did reasonably well make good use of Panther, that did feel a bit inactive at times. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe to the friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay and a point on feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for a nice hunting episode. Bye.